Hello, welcome to another ramble. Today I'm going to talk on the subject matter wounded healer and why that applies to INFJs. So in my previous videos I've been exploring like my operating system and why we do the things we do, why we participate in particular habits, etc. If you were to kind of trace the line back, and I feel like you can relate to this, I feel like since childhood we have probably experienced a fair amount, if not a more than fair amount, of psychological pain. Maybe even physical pain, but mostly psychological pain. And I think when I was younger, I didn't understand what was happening because I lacked self-awareness, and I'm young. I don't know what's going on. I still haven't even, figured out how to like explore myself and why these events keep happening. But now that I am older and I can look back and reflect, it makes sense. Wounded healer. So I feel like you can relate to the fact that we are almost like magnetized or drawn towards situations that feel painful. Like, for instance, if I were to think back on my life, I think about like the way I was brought up, maybe like throughout school and into my early adulthood, just a lot of psychological pain, a lot of emotional damage, you know. I think when I was younger, I probably played more of a victim role because I didn't understand what was happening. But now that I'm older and I can see things more clearly, it makes complete sense. I feel like we attract situations or people into our lives in order to feel pain so that we can find the medicine in the pain. Like, I think a lot of people who experience pain have a tendency to put up defense mechanisms and block themselves from it. Me personally, and maybe you, I have a tendency to examine the pain and, be curious about the pain. And I ask myself a lot of questions like, why is this person in my life? Why am I feeling this way? What am I supposed to learn from this? And like, I'll just keep penetrating through the pain instead of blocking it, instead of running from it, instead of, there's slight distractions sometimes. Like, sometimes I just need a break, But overall, I'll just keep pressing through, like the pain. And I feel like the more you move through the pain, the more you alchemize it and it becomes the medicine that you need to heal yourself, And I think that's why we have the long threshold for tolerance, and we're also drawn to animals or people who seem like they're in need of assistance or help or healing. I think it's because we need to meet these things because there's obviously a part of ourselves that resonates with it. And how am I trying to say this? There's a part of ourselves that resonates with other people's pain. And so obviously we're drawn to them. And I think our intention is to maybe offer like a salve or a support system for them to heal, when in actuality, we're facing ourselves and the part of ourselves that need the healing. And honestly, like, I think for most of my life, I've been trying to help others. But if you were to flip the reflection, they're just showing you parts of yourself that you need to heal. And I believe once we heal that part of ourselves, we're doing our part to just heal the collective in general. Does that make sense? So wounded healer, because we are wounded, but instead of like, I guess, letting the pain stop us, we use the pain as a catalyst to remedy the suffering. So we use our wounds and the pain that comes along with the wounds, and we alchemize the pain in order to acquire the medicine that is necessary for us to heal ourselves. Also, I think, like I said, in healing ourselves, we heal the collective. So that's the, I guess, the priority. And that's why, like in my other videos, I'm like, take your power back, because we've been externalizing for way too long, and now it's time to just bring it back in, you know? So I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but yeah. I think everybody walks around in this world with wounds, ourselves not excluded. The only difference is we are willing to examine our wounds, and we are willing to do the work that is necessary to acquire the medicine and take the medicine so that we can heal ourselves, you know? And I think this is like really important work. It's just until you come to the realization that it starts with you first, you know, you're going to constantly be going outside of yourself. So that's some food for thought for today. I just wanted to make a really quick recording on it. And if you are interested in the topic wounded healer, there's really interesting articles and videos on it that will give you sustenance if you choose to explore this subject matter further. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Blessings to one and all. Amen.